Hey guys, this is Devin Eisenhower.
And I'm Lori Westheimer, and we are the Westheimer Group at Coldwell Banker Heritage.
We're going to go ahead and jump right in and talk about the 3 mistakes we see buyers making in a home buying process.
Mistake number 1, not getting pre-approved with a lender. Let's face it, unless you're paying cash when you are going to purchase a home, you are going to need to connect with a lender, and that lender is there to help us and help you figure out what monthly payment you are comfortable with, and from that, translate that into a budget for the home buying process. Your mortgage payment includes both principal and interest, but it also includes taxes and insurance, and combining all those together gives us a budget. And once you have an actual pre-approval in hand, you actually have the buying power to make an offer on a home that you love.
Mistake number 2, not having enough money. Even if you're financing, house costs money.
Oh, definitely.
And when looking at it, there's out-of-pocket money that you have to have. The first of which is earnest money.
The skin in the game for the buyer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when looking at it, once a contract is accepted, that seller is agreeing to take their house off the market and exclusively work with you.
Yeah, and in exchange for that, they want to make sure that you're a legitimate buyer. And doing that is putting money on account, putting it in deposit, and making sure that you follow through with your end of the deal. A couple of additional costs are the costs for some of the vendors that are hired throughout the process. First of all, your lender, who is going to be working with you to get a loan approved, is going to need to hire an appraisal. And that appraisal is done to confirm that the value of the home matches what the price of the contract was and the amount of money that you're borrowing. Secondly, because we are a buyer beware state, it is in your best interest to always order inspections. And that inspector is someone who is hired to work for you to determine whether the house is in good shape. And both of those vendors, the appraiser and the inspector, are 2 people who are not parties to the transaction, and they just need to be paid for their services rendered.
Number 3, not hiring an agent. We see it so often in this industry that the buyer goes with the very first person willing to show them the house. That's a great thing if they hire a great agent.
Oh yeah,
But if
like
you,
us.
But if you don't like your agent or they're not very experienced, that transaction could be very miserable for you.
Absolutely. You're going to spend a lot of time with this person over the next 1 to 4 months.
Absolutely. Between showings and offers, accepted offer, and a final closing, that could take quite a bit of time.
Definitely. And the last part of that is also the people who will call only the agents that they see on the sign and essentially jump from agent to agent throughout the process. One of the things that many people don't understand is, yes, agents can work for sellers and agents can work for buyers, but the person who's on the sign absolutely, without a question, owes a fiduciary duty to the seller to get the highest possible price. And how does that work for you if you're the buyer trying to get the best deal? The answer is it pretty much doesn't. So you definitely want to hire a buyer's agent who can assist you through the transaction and get you all the best price, the best terms, and everything on your behalf.
Finally, there are some questions that you should ask your agent when interviewing.
And we will be answering those questions in another episode.
Absolutely. Look in the description below and we'll have that in there.
So for more tips, tricks, and other pro real estate ideas, please stay tuned for our next episode of DRTV.